Hello, and welcome to round 6 of the sprint series. So today we're racing at Interlagos, one of my favorite tracks personally of the calendar. Sadly, I won't be racing it tonight. I will, well, sadly for myself, hopefully not for you. I will be commentating tonight. As we see, a little bit of oversteer from Mark Levine there. We're in qualifying now. Qualifying's been going on for a few minutes so far. At the moment, we have Thomas Barbieri, first place with a 1:16.2, followed by Andy Park from JGP as well, doing his second race for JGP team this season. With a 1:16.8, Angus Park in third place so far with a 1:17.3. Sara Milfitova, one of the championship contenders, is in fourth with a 1:17.5. Jack Smith, fifth place so far with a 17.5 as well. That's our top 5 at the moment. So yeah, at the moment we have a championship battle going on between a few of the drivers. So we've got Barbieri, Park, and Molfitova. They are only a few points from each other. To be precise, I believe Thomas is leading by 25 points or so. And then followed by Andy Park and Sara Milfitova, who are, well, Andy Park 25 points off of Thomas, and I believe Sara is only less than 10 points away from Andy. So it is really close. We've got still 3 rounds to go. That means 6 races. There's 2 races in our beloved sprint series format. We've got race 1 and race 2, 25 minutes races each, but race 2 has a little bit of a twist. We've got the top 10 grid reversed. If you've never watched this series, that's one of the standout features of it. The second race, the top 10 grid is reversed. So in this case, because we are about 10 drivers, I believe, or 9 drivers, that would mean the entire grid reversed. And yeah, it creates a lot of great racing, a lot of overtakes, a lot of action. As we see, I believe that's... Are we on board with Andy Park at the moment? He's in the wrong livery. Have you downloaded the correct livery pack, Mr. Streamer? Have you downloaded the update for the livery pack? Oh. Well, he's in the wrong livery. I'm going to check this. Weird. But yeah, Andy Park should be normally in the JGP livery. Here shown in the CRG livery. This is the team's livery. As we see Ryan Hawk hit the wall hard there. Hopefully that's not qualifying over for him. I think he can continue. You are definitely not downloaded the livery update pack, please. No, the one that got posted 1 hour ago. All the liveries are showing up for me and they're not showing up for you. Mr. Streamer, I've just sent you 2 links which you need to download. They both include deliveries that you are missing at the moment. Please download them and install them. And we'll go on a short break between quali and race to fix that. Well, anyway, Park at the moment has taken the lead of qualifying and is only 0.09 being trailed by Thomas Barbieri with 1.5 minutes to go. So we should be going on board with Thomas Barbieri, see if he can answer. There we go. Oh, at the moment going off, I believe he's still on an outlap preparing. That's Angus Park in there, one of the rookies for this race, I believe. First race in Formula Trout. Driving for the CRG Racing Road team. As we see Thomas preparing for his lap. Coming out the last corner. About to start a flying lap. I assume his last attempt at one. As the clock goes below 1 minute left. So Thomas Barbieri here, one of the championship leader, in a fight with his teammate Andy Park for pole and for the championship this season. Going for the first couple of turns, all seems pretty clean. Let's go on board with him, if possible. Mr. Director. On board TV. Yes, there we go. Thank you. Anyway, going up through the double right-hander here at Sao Paulo. Shifting down to 4th gear for it. I expected him to stay in 5th, but can't. Oh, big snap of oversteer on entry there. Getting it turned in for the left-hander. A lot of understeer as well. Car seems a little bit tricky through there. Oof, big snap. And I think that's his lap ruined, to be honest. Let's see if... Oh, there are 2 Andy Parks showing up. What is happening there? I just realized, but I believe that's Andy Park being in the wrong car initially. Well, anyway, that's Barbieri calling it a day. He's going to be starting from 2nd place at best as a result. Let's see what Andy Park's doing. I assume currently improving on his lap. Andy Park has been in top form lately, to be honest. I believe has won the last couple of races. Well, the last round, the 2 races of the last round, if I'm not wrong. So, in absolute top shape at the moment, and about to score another pole position here. If things go his way, well, everybody else is in the pit, so that is a pole position for Andy Park. Our grid order will be Andy Park, Thomas Barbieri, Mark Levine, Andy Park again, apparently, Sarah Mulfitova, Jack Smith, Ryan Hawke, Mackenzie Thompson, one of the rookies here, and Igor Akifiev, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I hope I am. What? Sorry, what is that, streamer? Okay. I'll be gone for just 2 minutes. The race is gonna start in like 40 seconds, so be quick. Well, not 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Yes, 1 minute 20 to go. Are we live? I'm totally ready. So there we go. We are live again after a little short break in between sessions. So we've got a YoungHP lockout, Andy Park on pole position. I believe first time in the YoungHP car, if I'm not mistaken. No, second time in the YoungHP car. Thomas Barbieri in second place. Mark Levine third for CRG Racing Row. Fourth place, Angus Parkin for CRG Racing Row. Sarah Mulfetova for her new team, racing here in the black and gold livery. I must say, one of the best liveries we've seen this season, if you ask me personally. So she's racing for Lead Pro Racing, a new team that formed, that has joined Trout this race. As we see the 5 lights about to go out. So we got 6 lights instead of Corsa. And it's go. Andy Park gets a great start off the grid, and we see a car stranded there. Andy Park still in the lead, as Sarah Mulfetova is going around 2 cars. So up from P5 up to P3, we see the CRG Racing car, one of the CRG Racing cars going off there, having a bit of a mare in the first. And as the JGP Academy cars are fighting side by side, that's Ryan Hawk and Jack Smith, sorry, no H. And we see, I don't know who that is, I believe that's Mackenzie Thompson, whose livery is still not showing up. Sorry about that. Mackenzie Thompson spun round. Let's go and watch the leaders, please. Sarah Mulfetova up to 3rd place. That's a great start from her. As we've been accustomed in seeing in the sprint series this so far, Sarah Mulfetova, one of the strongest in racecraft in these races. Not always the fastest driver, as she will tell you herself, but very adept at making the most out of these hectic races sometimes in the sprint series. As we see Angus Parkin in P7, about to make a move on Ryan Hawk, I believe. Goes for the inside at T1. Ryan Hawk keeps it round. Very well done from Ryan Hawk there. Director having a bit of a met. As we see, Angus Parkin trying it around the outside. Oh, it's a tricky one always. As Ryan Hawk managed to keep the position still. And we go for another lap. It's a bit tricky to overtake around here. So, especially with the 30A in these cars, which in the F2 is quite strong, I must say. Gaps are forming. I believe nobody's within DRS except for Angus Parkin. Nobody within DRS of the car in front. Angus Parkin about to have another chance here. I believe the DRS should be open this lap. So Angus Parkin in the slipstream. Potentially with DRS as well. As we see, Andy Park set the fast lap of the race. Angus Parkin going for the inside again. Ryan Hawk keeping the position very well still. But Angus Parkin's going to get another good run here. Onto turn 3. Going side by side again. Same a replay of last time, but this time Angus Parkin managed to brake later and get past. And that's the overtake done for him, and very nicely done, if I say so myself. Mark Levine's now close to Sarah Mufitova. Good go. Oh! Oof, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that, Ryan Hawk. So, Ryan Hawk there, punting off a little bit. Angus Parkin, but we'll go on board with the next closest battle, which is for podium position. Mark Levine chasing Sarah Mufitova after a great qualifying for Mark Levine. I believe he was in P3, so he's trying to regain his quali position after a great start from Sarah Mufitova there. So DRS should now be activated this lap. I'm sorry, I think it's 3 laps into the race that it does get activated. So here on the next straight, Mark Levine will be profiting from DRS. Gain a lot of time on that straight. It is a fairly short straight. As we see, Ryan Hawk and Mackenzie Thompson switch position there. I assume Ryan Hawk had some sort of spin. Now has dropped off. Mark Levine now getting really close in this last corner. Will he be able to make the move? As we see him getting closer with DRS. Mufitova goes defensive very well. Doesn't leave a car's width for Levine to slot his car into. So she'll be keeping the position for now. Mark Levine will have DRS again, but I don't think he's close enough to think about a move. So we'll follow them for the next few laps. I believe Thomas Barbieri had just made it back into the DRS of Andy Park there for the lead, but at the moment still a little bit too far away. But yeah, putting the pressure on Andy Park to try and get this P1. They are fighting for the championship. Obviously, 7-point difference between P1 and 2. Every point counts, so they'll be trying to, well, both of them will be trying to get ahead of each other. Mark Levine now very close to Sarah Mofitova, really putting the pressure on. So we've got the entire straight to go, and he's already only within 3/10 of the car ahead. The RS will be very strong at this point. Goes to the inside this time, and I think that's the move done. As we see Mofitova trying to get back, but will she be able to make a move on the second straight? She has DRS. Still side by side. She might get ahead before the braking zone, as she does. Wow, very well defended. Well defended there from Sarah Mofitova. And we've seen this a lot this season, to be honest. Sarah in a position where she's not the fastest driver. She's not necessarily the, on pure pace, the best on the grid, but one of the best races on the grid in this F2 series, in this sprint series. Sorry, can't call it F2 for copyright reasons. Sprint series. As we see them battling it out again. Thomas Barbieri might be just close enough now for attempting a move. We'll have to look and see. It'll depend on... no, probably not close enough, but can see making the gains. Let's go with Levine. Levine really close now, even before the DRS zone. This should be moved on easily by turn 1. Turn 1 round the outside. Oh, as a spin from Mark Levine. Oh no. Number 7 car there going round. That's gonna relieve a lot of pressure from Sarah Mofitova's shoulders. Angus Parkin might be making a move here on Mark Levine, who's must be hurting right now, hot tires from that spin, but manages to keep it together, at least for now. Always a difficult thing to try and recover from a spin like that. Try not let it slide into mistake after mistake after mistake. Obviously, once those rear tires get overheated, especially in this car, this RSS 2 V6, it becomes really difficult to cool them down again. As you see, Thomas Barbieri has been making inroads on Andy Park. Is now the closest he's been so far in this race. DRS bringing them really close together. They are nose to tail. And we're going to wait for this second DRS zone to see what Thomas Barbieri can do. But I believe it won't be close enough unless they're running a different wing setup, which I don't believe they are, since they are teammates and I speak to them about their setup. Because it's my team. Jack Smith, sorry, I keep mistaking him for one of the old Trout drivers. Jack Smith, Polish driver, is chasing Sarah Mofitova now as well in the JGP Academy car, as we see also Parkin and Levine battling it a little bit. Parkin's off to a, well, qualified in P4, now down in P6, but a very strong first race for the team so far. Clearly has good pace in him. They're all converging on each other. I believe we're going to have a little Sarah Mofitova train here. Because Sarah qualifying P5, a bit slower on one lap pace than the others, but very adept at defending her position so far. Barbieri very close to the leader now, I believe. We're looking on times. Please go on board with Barbieri when I say things like that. Because they are side by side here. Barbieri about to make the move. Around the outside. Brilliant move. Just caught it in time. And Barbieri leads the race now. So championship leader in the lead of the race. And we'll be trying to extend that gap as much as possible. Oh, as we see, that's one of the CRG cars. It is Mark Levine spinning it round once again as no, is that Parkin? No, it's not Parkin. It is Mark Levine. So it was Mark Levine having a spin. Thanks for putting that at him. Yeah, having another spin, as we said before, really difficult to not let one spin turn into other mistakes, because the tires are really notoriously difficult to cool down in this car. As we see Levine again off. Oh, having a horrible race here, but hopefully we'll stay in the race, because since we only have 8 finishers or 8 people in the race, every single position will be getting points. Andy Park now the chaser on Thomas Barbieri, so we'll be trying to get that position back after having been overtaken. So far staying within DRS of him. So driving a very strong race, both of them. Absolutely checked out in the lead from Sarah Mofitova, their championship rival, 16 seconds ahead so far, which is insane, because only 12 minutes or so have passed in the race, which is nothing. Jack Smith now is trying to get past. Everybody seems to be trying to get past Sarah Mofitova, and none of them have been succeeding so far. As we see, ooh, Andy. No, that's not Andy Park. That's Angus Parkin trying to put his nose in there to the JHP Academy car, but a bit of a dangerous place to do so, if I might say so myself. He's very eager to get past, as we see by the little fake dive there. They're onto the straight now, and this will allow Sarah Mofitova to breathe again, because they'll be battling each other instead of battling her. Both of them with the RS open. Parkin now around the outside. Will he get it done before the corner? No, he needs to brake late. Manages to make it stick. They're still side by side. Ooh, pulled out there just at the right moment. Jack Smith still staying in P4 so far. Will he get another crack at it? I don't believe so, because they both have DRS. But yeah, as I said, this is sort of allowing Mofitova to get a little bit of a breather from this battle. Well, from her battle with Smith, because Smith is now getting attacked. Ooh, as we see Smith making a mistake there. Slight tail whopper, tank slapper, whatever you want to call it. Battle for P3 raging on. Obviously, all 3 of these drivers won the crack at the podium. Podium position, for some reason, in sim racing, even though there is no physical podium, people care about it a lot. People want that podium position. Parkin now on the straight, really close. Seems to be getting really strong exit of that last corner. They're gonna do a replay of the last one, but this time Parkin managed to get past, but he'll have to fight off Smith into the next corner, both with DRS, I believe. No, only Smith with DRS. Gonna try it around the outside, and does he get it done? He seems to have a bit of a moment. They are still side by side. Just great racing. Ooh. Oh no, I spoke too soon there. We see Smith now managing to keep it together, but Parkin absolutely cooking his tires in the 720 spin, I believe that was. Double 360. And Thomas Barbieri has checked out into the lead. A familiar sight this season, if I might say so. He's been really dominant early in the season. Has had a couple of bad races, the last 2 races in Singapore and Hockenheim. Have not gone to plan for him, but he's a really strong driver when in the lead and when he's on the pace, so it'll be really difficult for Andy Park to try and get anything back here. 9 minutes to go, a 2-second gap has formed, so let's see. But Thomas Barbieri so far showing why he's leading the championship and why he's known to be one of the strongest drivers from the Trout. 18 seconds the gap to third. to Sarah Mofitova, which again, that's unbelievable. The pace these two guys have at the top. And Sarah Mofitova now again, because those two guys battling behind in a world of her own. A sort of 4.5 seconds to Smith can now have a breather, and again demonstrating that being the fastest on pace is often not enough. You need to have the racecraft, you need to have the awareness around you to defend when the moment's right, to let other people battle, let other people get into incidents and mistakes, and you run off with the podium, as you can see, as Barbieri keeps building that gap. 2.6 seconds now ahead of Andy Park, his championship rival. So after this race, I believe the gap will be 32 points if it finishes like this. Mofitova, once being off pace this round, not getting a too bad of a result out of this race if it finishes like this. Like only 3 points of her championship rival Andy Park, 10 points of her championship rival Thomas Barbieri, but making the best out of a sort of bad weekend on pace. Usually she's a little bit stronger, I would say, in terms of race pace, but this race, I assume, struggling a bit, maybe with the track, maybe with the car setup. I don't know, but seems to be more off pace than we've seen at other rounds. As we see Park now 3.5 seconds behind Thomas Barbieri. Yeah, not much to talk about at the moment in this race. Only 8 people. If you are watching and you are a sim racer, please join this series. It's a great series. It's a great league. Great little community. We get together, watch the fun races together. We obviously do sim racing together here on Assetto Corsa. So yeah, I encourage you to join. You'll be very welcome. As we see Igor Akifiev in the pits. Great little livery they've got going there, by the way. Sputnik Racing, I believe that is. But yeah, Igor Akifiev, sorry for if I'm mispronouncing the name, but in the pits. I don't know for what reason, because unless he rolled the car, because Igor, if you are watching, there's only 9 people. Finishing will get you a point. DNFing will not get you a point. As you see, Mackenzie Thompson in P8 now. In the blue car, which is absolutely getting on my nerves. Should be having a beautiful black and gold livery, just like Sarah Mofitova's, because he is Sarah Mofitova's teammate. But anyway, down in P8, about to score 4 points. A first 4 points for him in this series, and also for his team. Lead Paw Racing or Lead Paw Racing. I don't know if it's lead or lead, one of the two. Barbieri has absolutely checked out in that lead now. 4.3 seconds, keeps really building it, really showing us his unbelievable pace. The pace that has won him many races this season, many races in Trout in general. One of the most spectacular drivers in season 11 of the Premier Series. If I recall, he was racing for Trinity Sim Sport back then and had made great many comebacks beautiful comeback races. I remember Singapore specifically, where he had an unbelievable race. If you're watching the stream, you can go on YouTube and check that out. Great race from Thomas Barbieri, winning the race with only a few laps to go. Yeah. How's your day been, Case? Case is our race director. I assume you can't hear him on stream, but yeah, he's saying that his day has been going great. There's a button somewhere. Oh no, that's the button to see the safety car. Look at our safety car. It's a Mercedes SLS AMG 63 6.3 liter engine, which is actually a 6.3 if you would like to know. But for some reason AMG decided to say it's a 6.3. They are absolute liars. Also has gull-wing doors, which are great. And now we go back to Ryan Hawk. Back to Ryan Hawk, who is driving around. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I believe this is the best position that Ryan Hawk has ever found himself in Formula Trout. And that is very special because Ryan Hawk is driving on a mouse. Yes, you have heard it here. He's driving with mouse controls. That means he's pushing his mouse forward and backwards to accelerate and brake. And I believe it's sideways to steer. So he's doing an absolutely mega job because he's beating two people with wheels right now. And we saw early in the race he had great racecraft. So any of you, well, I want to say insult, but any of you that are racing with a wheel and keep crashing into people, you are really bad. Look at this guy. Fuck, you know. Dun, 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 dun. I can't sing the Tokyo Drift song, but I wanted to because he was drifting around that corner. But yeah, I wonder how everyone else's Saturday is going that is watching right now. I'm gonna go in the stream comments and check if anybody's watching. You have spoken to yourself as well there. What do you mean, Captain Foxy? Hello, Captain Foxy. Thank you for watching. Final lap. That is the final lap right now. Barbieri driving an absolutely mega race. And has checked out and really 6.3 seconds to Andy Park, 25 seconds to third place. And third place, if I might say so myself, not a too shabby driver there, Sarah Mofitova. One of my favorites this season, one of my favorites on this grid. Always putting a great show with her racecraft and her absolute skill. Andy Park, at the moment, in second place. Obviously, we'll watch a reverse grid for the next race. Barbieri and Park will be starting at the back, whilst I believe Mackenzie Thompson and Levine will be on the front row. So it'll be an exciting race, hopefully, and we'll see a lot more racing, at least in the first few laps, I assume. But anyway, Barbieri wins this race in dominant fashion after having made that overtake. Was training Park for a bit, but then managed to get past. Andy Park will be in second place. I assume not the happiest with that result, considering he was leading for quite a while. We wait for Mulfitova. A long time we're waiting, huh? Let's go on board with Sarah Mulfitova, about to cross in her beautiful black and gold Letbar racing car. There we go. An unbelievable third place, hitting the wall, putting on an absolute show of smoked tires. Very happy with that result, I assume. Well, by the looks of it, at least. Oh, beautiful smoke graphics you've got on there, by the way, Mr. Race Director. Very well done. CSP looking great. Turned up to the max settings. Smith in 4th place, great result for him. I believe a personal best this season. Parkin, after a bit of a mishap earlier in the race, managing to get it back up in 5th place. Ryan Hawk, his best ever result, and the best ever result for mouse player in or driver in from the Trout, 6th place. It's a lot of points for him. Mark Levine was using a wheel. That's absolutely the inferior steering method, in 7th place, and Mackenzie Thompson in her first race, her or his, I don't know if it's a male or female name. I'm not gonna lie, my English is not my first language. Mackenzie Thompson in P8, rounding out the finishers of this race. So we're on for race 2 here. But yeah, Captain Foxy, who's the only one commentating on this stream. 9 people watching, but the only one commentating. What are you guys doing? You're just watching, not commentating? Like, well, not commenting, sorry. Commentating, obviously it's me commentating. What am I talking about? But commenting. It's only one person commenting, and that's not okay. You know, it's not how you do it. If you're watching, you should leave a comment, say hi. Ask other people how their Saturday night is going. Because I'd be rather, doing anything else. I'd rather be at the Lyon Mets match, just going on right now in my local town where I live, Lyon. Best football team in France. But, I'm here commentating for your guys' enjoyment. And, you're not interacting, and that's not good. That's not good. What's that case? As we see, Thompson, P1, I believe. We've got Mark Levine in P2. One of the JGP Academy cars in P3, I believe that's our mouse goat, Ryan Hogg. Angus Parkin, P4. Great little race from him. His first ever racing from the Trout, so he's doing great. Jack Smith, P5. And then in P6, we've got Sarah Mulfitova, P7. We've got Andy Park, P8. We've got Thomas Barbieri, and in last place, P9, because he DNF'd the last race, we've got Igor Akifiev. That's our starting grid for race 2. As we see the lights, the 6 lights in Assetto Corsa. I always forget that. I always think they're 5, but there's 6 lights in Assetto Corsa. Coming on, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights. And it's got a great start there from the car in P2, Mark Levine. They're going to go 3 wide into the first turn. Ryan Hawke there, pulling out of the move. Very prudent, very cautious from him. And we see Mackenzie Thompson spun round as Ryan Hawke is challenging for the lead of this race. Around the outside of Mark Levine, he will try to go as we see Jack Smith completely off there. The JGP cars and Sarah Moffatova are fighting for position there. Barbieri up into P4 already, Moffatova in P5 and Andy Park in P6 so far. They'll be trying to get past the slower drivers as soon as possible. Obviously this is the sort of, as they're still fighting there for position, Sarah Moffatova will try her hardest to keep Park behind. They're fighting hard for position there. Barbieri now. Oh, sorry, that's Barbieri, not Park. Sorry, the cars are, well, the same. Park getting past Moffatova. Around the outside. And, ooh, they make contact. They make contact there. Moffatova gets spun rounds. Not the best racing there from Andy Park, if I might say so. Barbieri now on the inside, just to get past. Who's that? Parkin. I guess Parkin. Barbieri already up into P2 fairly quickly, so I think once he's getting past Levine, that's job done. Andy Park now in P5 will be trying to chase him as quickly as possible. As mentioned many times before during the race, they are championship rivals, they are teammates, but also championship rivals. They are free to race each other. Ryan Hawke still keeping it real on his mouse. Still doing really well at that moment. I'm very proud of him. He drives for one of my teams. And so there we go. He's getting passed there by Andy Park. Sorry, I'm getting it all mixed up at the moment. It's a bit of a whirlwind. Igor Akifiev up into P6 there. I think we saw him making a move. We're defending. Little train forming there behind, just behind him. Igor getting a bit feisty there with Kenzie Thompson, as Jack Smith is looking for the inside. Thompson leaves it a little bit open, goes for the dive, spins it round. Great delivery, that Sputnik car. I quite like it. As you see, Barbieri is really close to the leader. I think he's just gone for the overtake. They are fighting in T1. Will Levine try and get it back? I think he will. He's got the RS, he's got the slipstream, he's got the overspeed. Is he going to brake late enough? He is so far. Saw Barbieri there, almost hitting his back, but managing to keep it clean. And this will allow Andy Park to get back in this game. there's two PIRs, Pa and Pakin, so this will be difficult on the sheet there. I believe you can switch your setting on the tower to display like the first letter and the last name. That'll make it really easy. But if we stick to 3 letters, that's okay. I'll manage. Anyway, go on board. Let's go on board with Andy Park or Barbieri, because we're seeing Barbieri there trying to make the move on Mark Levine. Will Andy Park try to profit from this too? He is gonna go for it, I think, as we see him go for the dive, and we see Mark Levine spinning around just after being overtaken. This is a really bad spot to be spun in, because you're on the grass, you're on the... Oh no. No, don't retire, Mark. Come on. You can continue. Oh no, that's... he must be frustrated with that. I assume he's really disappointed in that result, because he was leading and then spun it round, but it's alright. He was doing really well. Well, anyway, that puts Thomas Barbieri in the lead, Andy Park in second, and Angus Parkin in third. And we've got Ryan Hawke in a personal best of P4 so far. If he manages to keep that, that would be incredible. I kind of want one of these guys to have a crash so that Hawke gets a podium, but shh, I'm supposed to be impartial. I'm a commentator. Anyway, let's check the score on that Lyon Mets game, where I should be right now. It's 2-0 for Lyon, the greatest football team that has ever been created in the history of mankind. Malik Fofana, the little Belgian wonder kid, scored in minute 25. Corentin Tolisso scored minute 30. So yeah, if you are Marseillais watching next week, we are playing you Sunday next week at 9 p.m. Donc s'il y a des Marseillais, 6-9 la trique dans vos mères, frère. On vous nique. There we go. Ooh, as we see Thompson and Akifiev doing a little tandem spin. And really well done for Akifiev there to get it back on track. That was really impressive. But yeah, Russian driver versus American driver. Won't make any jokes on that, because I'm above it. I'm above these kind of jokes, obviously. Like I'm better than that. Even though the car's not Sputnik. Anyway, sorry. And they're side by side going into turn 1. Mackenzie Thompson making it past Igor Akifiev. They're fighting hard. They're fighting hard, these two. Ooh, as the Sputnik racing car gets a little bit over the curb there. Thomas Barbieri this race not as dominant yet as in the last race. Andy Park managed to keep up with him for a bit. Still within only 1.2 seconds. One mistake from Thomas and Andy will be within DRS. Angus Parkin as well, keeping up with them pretty well. But yeah, no close gaps at this moment right now. Yeah, a lot of silence during this race. I'm really sorry about that because I don't like being silent. I like talking, but at the moment there's nothing happening. There's nothing to talk about in this race because Thomas Barbieri is not making a mistake yet. Andy Park is not catching him. There's nothing. There's just nothing. This race is boring, guys. I'm sorry. Some races, they're boring, you know. In life, it's like this. We've got Ryan Hawk in P4. Now that's something to talk about, as the streamer is pointing out with his mouse. I don't know if you're streaming that on stream, but he is pointing with his mouse. He's doing like a little circle around Ryan Hawk. There we go. Very aggressive. It's passive-aggressive sort of sign that I should be saying something about this. And yeah, Ryan Hawk is still in P4, doing an unbelievable job. I mean, this guy, you know, just give him a wheel. Just give him a... If anybody's watching, you need to donate this guy a wheel, guys. Come on. Look at what he's doing. On a mouse. He's sitting there at his desk, moving his little mouse. And freaking beating people at sim racing. Can you do that? If you can, you should join Formula Trout League. What'd you say there, Case? Don't know what you're saying. Anyway, he's probably saying something great. But you can't hear him. Because he's the race director. Thank you, Case. Beautiful Mercedes SLS. Keep watching it. Keep watching it. Angus Parkin, in his first ever race, might get a first ever podium. Well, second race, technically, but, you know, his first ever round of the Sprint Series and of Formula Trout. He's a rookie. A rookie in a podium position. Because he's just great. I might have jinxed him there, to be fair. I shouldn't have... Oh my god, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. Ryan Hawk, hot on his tails right now. Jack Smith, also hot on Ryan Hawk's tails. Even though Ryan Hawk's doing a great race, doing a great job, doing a goated job on his mouse, he is being caught by Jack Smith, and that is very sad. Ryan Hawk deserves that podium. Hashtag Ryan Hawk podium in the chat. Please comment. Please do something, guys. You're just watching. You're just listening. It's not enough. It's not enough. As Jack Smith almost goes for a move there on Ryan Hawk. Ryan Hawk really loving Interlagos, eh? Because, you know, I mean, he's, as I've mentioned 1,000 times before, he is on a mouse, and some tracks really don't suit him as a result, you know. Some of the tighter, some of the more technical tracks are really difficult for... are really difficult for him, as he gets a little bit of a tank step there, but saves it on a mouse, as I said before. We had the two JGP Academy cars cutting it out a bit, and Ryan Hawk managing to keep the position so far. He needs to get a good exit here if he wants to be able to defend from his teammate in the other white and blue JGP Academy, but I believe his teammate's gonna get this move done here. DRS, slipstream, all of it thrown at the mighty mouse driver. And he managed to defend. This guy's on fire. Managed to defend so far. And they're side by side again. Jack Smith is getting the DRS. Once again, going to try it around the outside. What's Ryan Hawk going to be able to do? Is he going to be able to defend? They are side by side, but Jack Smith gets the move done. That's it. Ryan Hawk down to P5, which would still be a personal best result. I believe he got P6 last race, which was his PB. Now in P5. Unless someone ahead makes a mistake. Yeah. Thomas Barbieri, 4.3 seconds ahead now. Checking out into the lead once again. Will Ryan Hawk be able to stay within the RS and try to make a move? I believe so. Ooh, as we see a mistake from him just on the exit, so that puts him out of it. So that was it, I believe, ladies and gentlemen. That was the action for our race. Put up by the greatest mouse driver of all time, Ryan Hawk. I don't know if you heard that. Did we? Where is Sarah? Oh, she retired. Where is Sarah? Kay says, have you seen Sarah? Hmm? Not in the pits either. Maybe the server's having a little bit of a glitch. Or maybe she just left. Oh my god. Bit of a mouse steering moment there. But yeah, no, Sarah Mofitova has retired from the race. I'm gonna check Discord and see if there's anything about that. Oh, there's someone off there. Sarah Mofitova in the Sprint Series chat is saying, sorry for whoever I took out, race to lap 1. So I believe she must have had an incident there and yeah, had an issue. We saw that incident with Andy Park. I assume that made her retire potentially. So yeah, I'm sorry for that. If you're watching, Sarah, I was singing your praises earlier. So I'm sorry that you've retired from this race. I hope to see you in the next races. Oh, Captain Foxy, I don't know who you are, but thank you for that compliment. Well, once again, we've got a little bit of a situation going here. Well, a situation where there is no situation, guys. I mean, there's just gaps. Gaps and gaps and gaps. We only have 7 drivers because they're attendants. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm organizing this series. I'm commentating this series. I was driving in this series. I was doing everything. But the attendance hasn't been great. I've been trying my best. And Ryan Hawk, who's driving, has been trying his best advertising it. Please go on the YouTube channel. He's just uploaded a video, a little trailer for the rest of this season. The 3 races left. And the 3 championship rivals left. Might be 2 after this race because one of them's retired. Sarah Mofitova. But the top 2 still in a championship battle until the end of season. The gap now should be approximately 35 points or so. I think so. I think it's 35, 36, 37 points. In the 30s. And yeah, Thomas Barbieri is leading this with 2 rounds to go. 37 points might sound like a lot, but you can score a lot of points in one of these rounds. You've got 2 races. One of them's partial points, so you get 25 points for winning race 1. I think it's about 20 points for winning race 2. So yeah, definitely can be pretty close. You know, I think it adds up to like a total of like 45 points or something per that you can gain per race, or 42 or something of that nature. Sadly, I don't have the point system on hand right now, but it's 40 plus points that you can score per round. So until he's got a gap bigger than that. Ooh, as you see, Angus Parkin having a big spin there, big old spin. But where did that come from? I've never seen one of those. It's not even a traction zone. How does that even happen? His tires must be cooked right now. Not cookie, cooked. Cookie is something you eat. Cooked is you also eat, actually. But anyway, well, Jack Smith has caught up a little bit as a result of that, but not nearly in striking distance of Angus Parkin, so his rookie podium is still safe. Yeah, oh my god. How's your guys' Saturday evening? Mine's really good because I'm commentating this. My sim racing team is right now in a 1 and 2 spot, and my favorite and local football team that I'm wearing the shirt of as I'm speaking. I'm wearing the jersey, very expensive jersey, football jersey. But anyway, I'm wearing the jersey right now, and it's 2-0 for Olympique Lyonnais. As mentioned before, the greatest football team that has ever existed in the land. The land being France. Commentator sing us a song. I'm not good at singing, guys. I'm sorry. This is one of my only defects, to be honest. I'm very... Well, I've been told before that I'm perfect, but I'm not good at singing. So, whoever told me I'm perfect, my mom specifically, was lying. Igor Akifiev in P7 has had a bit of a nightmare of a race, 50 seconds behind. Will still be scoring points though. And the points a point in P7, I believe that gives you, in this race, about 2 points. Because it's race 2, only the top 8 get points. But if he just keeps it on track and finishes, he'll be getting the point. That's a great little occasion for him. I assume and hope that in the next race we'll have higher attendance because it'll be Spa-Francorchamps next Saturday night. Be there or be square. Great track, great car, great racing. Well, not now, but generally speaking, great racing. This season we've seen some of the best wheel-to-wheel racing we've ever seen in Trout, and Trout's been around for a long time, 8 years, I believe, right now. So yeah, some of the best wheel-to-wheel racing we've seen ever in this car, because it's quite an easy car to go side by side with, kind of quite an easy car to overtake. DRS, very good, not overpowered, not underpowered. So yeah, I hope to see you all in Spa-Francorchamps as we see Igor. Oh, Igor going off track there. Jesus. Sorry. Having a bit of a nair. Thomas Barbieri has absolutely checked out in this lead, followed by Park and Park. Park and Park in. Park in is in P3 and Park in P2. 12 seconds behind. And then Park in 14 seconds behind Park. I think. Yes. I think the gaps are relative to each other. But yeah, guys, Thomas Barbieri is about to embark on his last lap of the race. Let's be honest, guys, we've been waiting for this moment ever since the gaps have formed. Thomas also been waiting for this moment. I assume he wants it to be over. He wants to be able to look at the points in the standings and say, I've won both races. Has done absolutely great performance. Quali didn't go perfect for him. He started in P2, but the 2 races, well, he's won both of them, unless he magically spins and absolutely bends it here. But has won race 1, is about to win race 2, and will take home maximum points from this round, which I've checked and is 43 points. That's the most you can score in a weekend, in a round. And he's embarking around the last corner on the last passing of this straight. One of the lapped cars there, letting him go. I believe that is one of JGP Kettering cars as he crosses the line to win. Second race win at this round. I believe 7th race win of the season overall, if you count both race 1 and race 2 wins. And Andy Park follows him home in P2. JGP 1-2. Great performance for the team here. And we're waiting for the rookie Angus Parkin in P3 coming home. Great performance for him. He'll be happy with that. I can see he's happy from the fact he's weaving. Jack Smith in P4. Great points from him as well. And we're waiting for Mackenzie Thompson in her or his first race here. First race for the team, bringing home P5. The only points that Lepo Racing are scoring in this race too. And Ryan Hawk is about to come. That we saw Igor Akefiev, who's lapped there, coming past. But where's Ryan Hawk? Where's the GOAT? That's what they're all waiting for. This whole... Oh, I believe he's already crossed the line because he's lapped. Well, anyway, he's about to do some donuts for us with his mouse. There we go. That's been the race, guys. That's been the weekend. That's been the event. If any of the drivers want to jump in for a quick interview, we'll have time for that. Don't worry about it. So, well, no one seems to be coming in for interviews. We're still streaming case. My voice can be heard on stream. Is that what's happening? All right, well, I believe we'll call it a night there. Thank you everyone for watching. Whoever did watch and stick with us throughout the entire race. And have a good night. Have a good Saturday evening. Have your free drinks on me because you deserve it. You're special. And I love you all. Good night.